sent to outer space, falling so fast. Never been so free from fear. You made your feelings crystal clear. I'm flying through the atmosphere. Your love's got me lifted. Never seen the moon so near. I'm dying to get into your arms. Your touch is all I think of, and I knew it from the start. It's all we need to love and be loved by each other forever. In the clouds, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Whatever the weather, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Whatever the weather, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Reaching new heights that I never seen before. It's what I've been put here for. Show me the lights, lead me to the other side. With you it's such an easy ride. I'm flying through the atmosphere. Your love's got me lifted. Never seen the moon so near. I'm dying to get into your arms. Your touch is all I think of, and I knew it from the start. It's all we need to love and be loved by each other forever. In the clouds, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Whatever the weather, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Whatever the weather, we'll do it better, whatever the weather. Give me a second, a minute before you go. Our little secret, we can keep it on the low. Excited, can't hide it, I wonder if it shows. Between my head and your heart, we about to overload. Cause you know when the feeling's right, we sink tight. Suddenly all the stars align, bring me to life. I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision, no time for bad decisions. Won't be slowing down, we are focused on the mission. Race you till we make it, you want it, come and take it. No time for hesitations. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision. Give me a second, a minute before you leave. So swerve it over here, baby, you should come with me. Cause you know when the feeling's right, we sink tight. Suddenly all the stars align, bring me to life. I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision, no time for bad decisions. Won't be slowing down, we are focused on the mission. Race you till we make it, you want it, come and take it. No time for hesitations. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision, no time for bad decisions. Won't be slowing down, we are focused on the mission. Race you till we make it, you want it, come and take it. No time for hesitations. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision, no time for bad decisions. Won't be slowing down, we are focused on the mission. Race you till we make it, you want it, come and take it. No time for hesitations. Yeah, we got that tunnel vision.
What is up, Brawlhalla? Oh, we're starting here with a nice zoom, Manny. Look at this. Toast has put us in a neat transition. How you doing today, Manny?
I'm doing well. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you back on stream. It's been a while since you joined us, and you're joining us for a very cool thing that we'll get into very shortly. Not even just a singular thing, Manny, but we've got like 3 cool things to talk about today, which is pretty great, which is pretty exciting. What's up, Spacetronics? What's up, GD Danny, a.k.a. Sapdragon. What's up, Sora? What's up, Knight? What's up, LT Gojo? We're in here. We are Small Spooky. We are indeed. Manny, you worked on what we're going to reveal first today, which is pretty exciting. But before we jump into it, for the people in chat who aren't familiar with you, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm one of the staff illustrators on the team. Go by Manny. I've been on the stream a couple times before on some of the charity streams as well, and I've been working for Brawlhalla for about like 10 years this month, actually.
Wow.
This on the 20th will be the 10 years, I believe.
Happy early work anniversary, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's super cool. And a lot of y'all in chat might have met Manny at BCX. He's been to BCX a few times. So if you recognize him, say hi. I see Covey recognizes you, and Chad, Brawlhalla partner, in there hanging out.
Yeah. If you ever see me at the live events, feel free to come by, say hello. It's very easy to talk to any of us, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in 2016, 2017, meeting y'all for the first time in person was super cool. And
that's right. Yeah. You were actually at the first BCX. Yeah, it was really cool to meet you back then too.
Yeah, what a wild thing. I think I discovered at that BCX that you ride motorcycles, which is super cool.
It's been a while, but yeah, I can't remember which motorcycle I had at the time, but either way, I still have one now. I just haven't ridden it for a while. It's been cold, so
It's just like it's kind of similar to loving to play Red Raptor, but sometimes you got to take a legend off rotation for a while, even if they have a cool motorcycle in their signature kit.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty characters to choose from, so no shortage. And if you want another motorcycle, I guess you could get the what was it, Ember crossover? Has a motorcycle in it?
Yes, yeah, actually, with I think it's Daryl. He uses his crossbow with that. It's such a good shout out, actually.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we're excited to show you this first reveal for today. I see people saying in chat like, "Oh, I want new skins, I want new this, I want new that." And not only are we doing like Twitch drops right now, but there's Valhallentines going on. There's going to be esports with Twitch drops. There's so many free things trickling into the game right now. But we want to show you right now something epic coming to Brawlhalla. Hold on, just cowboy emoji over here on X for the reveal video. And wow, how about that, y'all? Vampire Huntress Cassidy comes to Brawlhalla the 18th of February. That is next Wednesday. And yeehaw indeed, Zavanoia. It looks incredible. Manny, we have so many things to talk about with this epic skin. Where would you like to start?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that went into the development of this particular skin. There were so many people who touched on it. So if it's okay, just to do like a quick shout out of the people that come to the top of my head, is that okay?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So you had like Steven, Rachel, obviously the art leads. Art director is Steven. He had a bunch of ideas for it as well. He and I kind of back and forth on the splash art itself, which is the part that I touch. As I got to work on the splash art after most of the other like concepting and all that stuff got done. Jordan worked on it. Sabrina worked on it. There's a ton of people in that channel. Barnes and Mike, I believe, is also on like the actual lock-in. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of people who worked on this thing to make it as cool as it is. So
yeah. And a shout out to Duke and Remix for putting together this awesome trailer. I believe SJ also helped with that introduction. That aura farming pose is the lock-in, or the idle animation, if you guys were wondering. Epic Cassidy, Vampire Huntress Cassidy, just stands there farming aura like one of our favorite green characters from an anime that I'm sure y'all are very, very familiar with. And Manny, I love it when we finally bring something from the lore that's so integral to a character and their history into an epic skin like this. I'm sure a lot of people already know what's going on, saw it in the 10th anniversary trailer. This is Brawlhalla, but that is the giant cougar boots right there.
So yeah, that was one of the coolest things about this whole thing is that I think one of our other animators, Jade, had an original concept of a cougar with a bandana covering their face, and everybody was like, "That is the coolest thing ever." I don't know how you got that to look cool because usually it would look kind of silly, but he did it in such a cool way that we were just like, "All right, that's dope. Let's just go with something like that." So Boots actually has the boots on there, you can see, and
boots,
that's in the signatures as well. Yeah.
Oh, which is so cool. I'm so glad y'all got to see such an awesome first look at this skin. It is really neat that the bandana works so well. We knew the boots would work well, even though in the trailer we lean into it. Not the trailer, excuse me. The animation for the 10th anniversary, Boots walking kind of awkwardly with boots on. You know?
Oh yeah, just doing the whole like yeah. It was great. I'm not sure who thought that up, but that was perfect. I think it might have been Annie, actually. That was like, yeah.
Such a cool idea.
When they put stuff on there, they're not exactly,
Yeah, I've seen videos of like cats stepping on sticky notes, and that's how they'll like walk with something like attached to them.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so
perfect.
cool. But this Boots is cold, calculated, ready to help Cassidy take down the Blood Fang Rangers, and my goodness, what this aura pose, oh my god, it looks so cool. You mentioned that you worked on the splash art. That's a process that we've shown the community a few times through speed art. They've seen it obviously with every patch ever. How do you start to make something that's new, that's different than the original splash for a character?
So we get a bunch of concepts that like felt like they touched on the theme that we were going for depending on the skin, and obviously the cowboy theme is generally part of the vibe anyway, so that just kind of crossed over pretty easily. We tried a couple of things. There were some where I actually put together the sketches for the splash, and one of the things to be mindful of is like where you're pointing the blasters. You have to be very specific about that. So originally we had some sketches where like the blasters were a part of it, but like how it points towards camera is very important and very specific that you need to be careful about. But we tried a bunch of stuff, and this is the one we landed. We wanted to incorporate Boots into the skin because that was just one of the coolest parts of the whole the skin itself. So that was an easy call, and it was just like really cool to see a bunch of like the rodeo posters and stuff like that, where you have a cowboy or someone just like essentially like doing tricks on top of the horses.
It's mid-action, like right? You've captured exactly that. They're ready to throw out the lasso. In Cassidy's case, a vampire, but in normal cases, a steer, a cow, or something, right? As their cowboys do, But I mean, I remember first being shown this with the rest of the company in one of our meetings, and the fact that y'all made the fiery chains so smooth was so incredible. It looks so cool. It reminds me of one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm sure there was a little bit of inspiration there. But all in all, the work that went into this, the addition of, are they ravens or are they crows? I don't remember.
I don't remember what the exact. You gotta ask an SFX artist, I suppose, to see what they cited. But I'm gonna say ravens because I like the word more than crow. It just sounds cooler, doesn't it?
It's less common. Yeah, ravens got this aura to it, whereas crow is like, I throw them peanuts off my porch once in a while, right?
I think raven sounds really cool, so I'm gonna say raven.
It is really neat, and the fact that even the feathers become Cassidy's hair in this.
That was one of the coolest things I saw. I was like, originally when I saw the sketches, I was like, this is cool, and it was like, I already kind of like believed in the process, but like when you get that plus, that little thing that pluses up things, when I saw that the feathers were, that was just, there's like a subtlety to that that's really, really neat and really just inspired.
Yeah, we talk all the time of like how much can you actually fit on the Brawlhalla rig, right? And it's just every time, like you said, it's a one-up. It's just the little details that we're able to put in that make things look so much better. Reminder, y'all, this is an epic skin. It is 300 Mammoth Coin price point for all of y'all guessing and wondering in the chat. Coming into the game February 18th. But, Manny, we've got more stuff to talk about today that's not skin related. We've got stuff to talk about that the community will be extremely excited for. And we've actually got, Manny, you'll join us back in a few moments here, but we've got the one, the only Adam, aka Tazaraki, that you might recognize from esports, to talk about some very, very cool things. Taza, take it away.
Hello. Can y'all hear me? Great. Hi, everybody. I'm Taza. I'm a producer for Brawlhalla, and last year I started working on production for a lot of our feature-focused teams going into the game. And we've got 3 teams in particular that I've got stuff to show off to you guys in this patch, particularly the UI team, the map team, and the core gameplay team. The devs have been hard at work, and we're excited to show you what they've been doing, so let's get right into it. Starting with the UI team, they've been hard at work with things like the Event Center and guilds, which you guys have been playing with over the course of last year. While we're working on all of the nitty-gritty stuff of in-game tournaments, we're going to be bringing up some of the current UI items in our game up to speed. So this patch, we're going to be beginning with the main menu. So let's take a look at that. On the main menu, you can see that under Vampire Huntress Cassidy, we've updated that splash art button to be more in line with our main menu buttons, as well as the rotating tiles. And the most important thing here is the esports tournaments button. That's right, that tile has been turned into a dedicated button, and so now we have a place for all of those official and community tournaments to live. Speaking of which, if we go inside, we'll be able to see that that screen has also been updated. Brawlhalla Esports with its official and community tournaments will now be featured in this place. Any tournament that's listed in this screen is going to be free to enter with a prize pool that you can get a part of if you play well enough in these tournaments. You can browse them now, starting as of the patch next week. And we also have the Power Rankings tab updated to where that will be showing the best players in competitive Brawlhalla right now, and this will automatically update with the website. So when the website sees that update happens in game. Now, if you're on that list, you can brag to your friends that if you're Markimu, hey, you're #1 in Brawlhalla right now. We're really proud of these changes. We want to know what you guys think, and we're going to continue trying to bring other parts of our UI up to speed over the year as we also release a bunch of new features for you guys to be playing with as well. That's all for UI team. Let's move over to the map team. We've got some new maps coming into Brawlhalla. In particular, we're going to be visiting the world of which Seven and Barasa come from, introducing the Wasteland. Here is a new map in which we've got 3 new areas to play with in here. This one you're seeing right now is the Wasteland Showdown, a new version of the map for the Showdown game mode. We also have the Wasteland, featuring moving platforms with fiery and electrical hazards that might be reminiscent of a certain Freeheart Engineer signature kit as you fight against your opponents on this map. Perfect for free-for-all. And then we have Small Wasteland coming in, which is a competitive 1v1 focused map that takes out the hazards that we're hoping to see if you guys are interested in playing as a possible addition to the tournament queues going forward into the year. Something new that we're trying, after hearing your guys' feedback about some of the changes that we've been making in tournament play, right, with our ranked map sets, is that it's not very fun to try out a new map when it gets thrown into your tournament pool, especially when you've got certain bans going on. So what we're going to be trying in patch 10.03 is utilizing our dynamic queue system, which we've been doing with experimental queues and our the Brawl Ball queue before the esports tournament. We're going to be putting in a new 1v1 map queue for a week at patch launch that is just a queue for playing on that map so that you guys can try it out and let us know what you think on the brawlhalla.com/feedback survey. The week after that, we're going to have a new FFA map queue, which is just a queue dedicated to that new map to see if we're heading in the right direction and if you guys like playing with that map. We're going to hope to make it easier for you to get more games with players on the new stuff that we're releasing, and we really want to hear what you guys think as we're trying more and more new things in Brawlhalla. Moving on to the core gameplay team, I want to first give a huge thanks to everybody for all the feedback that you've been giving us as we've been trying things throughout the year. It's because of what you guys, the community, have been saying that we were able to make the decision to graduate grounded string leniency earlier on in the year and not graduate dodge exhaustion, which was a feature that while we had intended to help deal with passive play, we heard didn't quite hit the mark, so that didn't end up going through. In 10.02, we introduced what we expected to be a controversial change, which was snap backdash. And we also started the Brawlhalla.com/feedback initiative to really hear what everybody had to say. And we were blown away by how positively that feature was received. I think just about 15% of people voted either a 2 or a 1 in total. Everybody else was very much in favor of it. So we're excited to know that you guys think that we're heading in the right direction. We are not going to graduate it in the next patch. We're going to keep it for one more patch because we had to make an adjustment. A few of you that replied to the survey identified that depending on the timing of your snap backdash, you could optimize it to get a 9-frame backdash, which is the one that you would get while standing still, as opposed to the intended 12-frame backdash. So we've updated the feature to consistently give you the 12 frames, as opposed to creating this weird optimization minigame where, depending on your timing, you could get yourself a more optimal movement. We think that this change is going to be significant enough that we need another round of testing, but we believe that we're on the right path towards graduation as we move forward. That being said, that's not all for 10.03. We actually have a brand new experimental feature introducing the dexterity update. That's right, we have the dexterity update coming into experimental features in 10.03, and this is going to be correlating dexterity with weapon durability. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So what's going to end up happening on this first run is that actually, let me give some context for those that don't know, because this is a pretty hidden thing. Weapon durability is a mechanic in Brawlhalla where when you pick up a weapon, and it's a fresh weapon, and you've taken no damage, as you're taking damage, your weapon also takes damage. After a certain amount of damage, you get hit hard enough, the weapon gets sent flying out of your hands. Currently, it's the same for all characters at all stat ranges. With this experimental feature, dexterity is now correlated to it, so that means that the lower your dex is, the sooner your weapon is going to get knocked out of your hands, whereas the higher your dex is, you might find that you will lose your stock before your weapon gets knocked out of your hands. There's two goals with this. One is to create a weakness for going super low into dexterity that's similar to how weak you might feel if you had 2 speed, 2 defense, or 2 force. Two, this is going to be giving players that desire being a one-weapon main, right? Somebody that says, I only want to play Lance, I only want to play Scythe, you can lock in an 8 dex and go into 9 dex Legend, and you're never going to lose that weapon from the damage that you take. You'll be able to have that for the whole stock. We're going to be starting the rollout of this experimental feature only in a 1v1 experimental queue, but we suspect that this will have the greatest balance implications in 2v2s. Because you're just getting hit more, and the more that you're getting hit, the more that you're losing your weapon. So I just want you guys to try the feature out in custom lobbies with test features on in 2v2. Let us know what you think. If we're not getting the data that we're looking for, we've got the option to go for another round where we'll do a 2v2 experimental queue to make sure that things are going to go but the way that we're expecting. But this should have a significant meta implication on how 2s is played right now. Right now, people just think dexterity is a stat that you can go as low as you want and nothing will change. And now that might not be the case. So please, please pay very close attention to this. When the patch comes out next week, we will do the same thing that we did for 10.02. Brawlhalla.com/feedback will be updated with new topics to vote on for you guys to let us know what you think about the direction that we're going with these experimental features. And remember, just like dodge exhaustion, if you guys say that we're not heading in the right direction, we're going to listen to you and make sure that we're doing things that you guys think is the best for the game. So just because it's there doesn't mean that it's graduating, and just because it doesn't mean that we can't go back. We're trying to improve the game for everybody, and we're hoping that we're heading in the right direction as we continue to make new updates to Brawlhalla in the future. And that's all I've got. Those are the 3 teams.
Yeah, I mean, that was flawless. I mean, 6-7 minutes. starts next Wednesday. You can jump into that experimental 1v1 queue and try out these dex changes. Please let us know what you think, because obviously there's been so much work that has gone into these changes. I mean, it was whispered out in Wednesday streams, the office hour streams last year was revealed at BCX, but now it's real.
And I want to reassure you guys that even though we're going to have different queues activating throughout the patch, everything that we just talked about is going to be there, available from day one. Right, there's a test feature or a new map or the UI. It's there for you guys to check out and play with. So
and the epic Cassidy skin,
and the epic Cassidy skin,
Vampire Huntress Cassidy, and the Vampire Huntress Cassidy bundle, which will also be going in next week's patch. But there's a lot, and I want to shout out everybody who's ever loved esports as much as we have. The esports button is buttony. There's no other way to put it.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a button. You can hover it. It reacts. It looks so clean with the rest of the UI. You can click it and see so much information about esports for Brawlhalla, which is super exciting. Toast is super excited as well, as you can see below.
I do see a question I want to answer in chat, which is that they're asking if Dex will still affect recovery frames. Dexterity, this is a great question. Dexterity, as you know it, has not changed at all. The weapon durability correlation is an additional thing to dexterity. So it's still going to work exactly as you're expecting with the different frames, right? Being able to have a tighter strings here, maybe a combo there, depending on how crazy it gets. All that stuff's staying the same. It's just the durability is being added as an additional defensive mechanic when it comes to considering whether you should be going in or out of that stat.
Or how often you should just be refreshing your weapon. Honestly, which is a very significant thing to point out. The weapon durability doesn't transfer when you pick up a brand new weapon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, but if you end up deciding to go to 9 dex, I mean, I don't know how much damage it actually takes to lose a weapon now. So it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's experimental. We're really excited about it. We're hoping to hear what you guys think, but it's got a lot of meta implications for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Slosh will let us know how he feels about his Lord Vrax being changed. You know, we might hear from Wubbs. He's playing a lot of Cassidy. Probably playing a lot more Cassidy next week because of this new skin drop. I'm super excited for the next changes. As an Ashe main, I think I'll do exceedingly well. I just have to not get hit, you know, and stop one-tricking Hammer so much and switch to Spear a little bit more often, which is another big implication for players that really like to stick to one weapon of their legend.
If you're playing a 1v1 and you're never getting hit, it doesn't matter. Weapon durability is not going to come into play.
I mean, to be fair, if you're never getting hit, none of the stats matter. You could just be 0-0-0-0 and win.
That's
you know?
Well, just to wrap up, that's going to be all for me on features. We've got a lot of stuff coming up throughout the year, especially the stuff that we talked about at BCX in terms of the things that we're working on. They're coming pretty rapidly. So look forward to the patches that we got coming up next as we get closer towards some of those topics that you guys are very interested in, like solo queue, ranked 2v2, and in-game tournaments. We'll hear more about it throughout the year, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what we're working on.
Yeah, what an exciting year for Brawlhalla. It's going to be year 11. Taza, thank you so much for joining today and giving the community just an absolute information dump of all the cool stuff coming into this patch.
My pleasure.
What? I mean, Sloshla said on Tuesday that there were going to be reveals. You know, we mentioned a little bit on social media yesterday, but who was expecting that? I asked for your predictions on social, and I didn't see anybody guess this. All right, y'all, we're going to jump into some community games here soon. We're going to bring Manny back into the fold here as we get ready for that. Manny, we've known about these changes in the pipeline for a long time, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Dex? Are you excited? Like, you play mid-range Dex Legends, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Tesca, I played Mordex, I played, somewhere around the middle. So to me, it wasn't a thing that I was actually originally that aware of fully until we play tested it. And when we started play testing, I started to actually pay attention to that stat more, because I play middle ranged dexterity legends, you kind of can just ignore it. But now it becomes this thing that becomes much more of a thing that you are conscious of and are trying to almost spec into sometimes, just in case you wanted to keep a certain weapon for longer. So for me, it gives me a reason to actually pay attention. It gives me a reason reason to actually like try out different legends with higher decks. That kind of thing to me is a lot of fun. I like playing Strikeout, which is one of my favorite modes ever. So like, if I spec into like just highest dexterity, like every single legend, there's something there where I could just like one trick a weapon all the way through. Yeah.
That's a great point. Yeah, and Strikeout, you can mix the bag, but if you're full dex, you're just one weapon. That's all you need.
Just all dexterity all the way.
Yeah, playing low dex, it makes me feel like I'll have to look forward to like guarding weapon spawns more closely. You know, which is
out your weapons more.
Yeah, it's cool. Swap them out more. Make sure your opponent can't get a refresh more, and it's that macro gameplay that's being affected. That's kind of like you have to really think about it to understand how it changes the game in a larger scope. All right, speaking about Nash, speaking about low dexterity legends, that's my guy right there from Valhalla, y'all. The first real bear Nash available in the event center after unlocking all the other items with tickets earned through daily missions. I mean, we're doing. Manny, let me join your room so I make sure we're getting in here first.
I have to. Let's see.
Take your time, and I'll mention one more thing as we're getting ready. Y'all, we mentioned a couple weeks ago that G.I. Joe crossover items will be removed from the store in an upcoming patch. The upcoming patch is this coming Wednesday's patch 10.03. They're being removed from the Brawlhalla, but if you have purchased any G.I. Joe crossover items, if you buy them today, tomorrow, Tuesday next week, 2 or 3 years ago, they will stay in your inventory. They're not being removed from the game. No items will be taken from players. The availability in the Brawlhalla is the only thing going away. It is G.I. Joe. I say it often, the coolest way to show off Drip and Brawlhalla is right before things are available, like seasonal colors, or right after they're made unavailable, like seasonal items, or in the rare cases when certain things leave the Brawlhalla. So just a reminder, you will not lose your items if you bought them, but they will no longer be purchasable in the Brawlhalla starting next Wednesday. All right, Manny, what are we looking at? What's the number here?
I got you. Let's see. Custom play. And I got you. Should I just send it to you directly?
You just say it out loud. Okay. I'll beat the chat. We got a tiny delay.
775-366.
Oh, that's a tournament level lobby number. That's a good lobby number. Oh, and it was like a second and a half before anybody else jumped in. Everybody was close.
Just jumped in. Yeah.
Oh man, we'll probably throw up a poll for like game 2 or game 3, but for game 1 with the community, Manny, it's your pick. It's your pick. First time you've been on stream in a while.
I get to pick?
It's whatever mode, whatever stocks, whatever settings.
All right. You know what? That people do not. Can you play Street Brawl as a 3? As more than I don't think you can. It's just 2.
1v1, I think. I don't think it's. I don't think you can even 2v2 on it.
Okay.
Yet.
I got you.
Yet. I mean, if that's something we want to change, we probably figure it out. We might have to make a much bigger map for it, but
we'll do a standard. Yeah, we'll do a standard. I was about to say, like, if we could do that chaos, it sounds crazy. So we'll just do. Yeah, we'll just do a standard for now.
Not just the chaos, but the tech, because it is so drastically different. And the UI would be so crowded. Oh my gosh! I just realized how much would go into that.
Yeah, it's so much.
Oh man, it sounds like it would have to be something that was like fixed camera only to make sure like we have enough real estate without blocking off characters or legends or something.
Have you seen what the KO effects look like when you're in that mode? They're giant.
They're like on screen right in front of you, but it's where you get hit, just like volleyball, right?
It's so you can just see like the giant T-Rex essentially just like encompass the entire. Yeah, it's great.
That's so cool. Paulo, what do I feel like about shiny Phalanx? I don't know. Is that one of the mon that just doesn't color swap at all? Bozo, I saw you in the chat earlier. Hope you're doing well today, man. I really like the our most recent crossover KO effect, and seeing that in like huge scale is always so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Manny,
I'm happy to see this map.
Why do you think it's fate that we're on this map, or did you tournament strike this?
I specifically just went random, all right? So, you know, this wasn't my doing exactly. It kind of is my doing.
It was fate. It is your doing because you worked on this map. You brought this map to life.
I did. So John had a really cool idea about like putting 3 different platforms rotating out for this. And when we were making it and putting it together, I didn't really know how it was going to come together, but holy, it's so much more fun than I originally envisioned it to be. And
it
was a lot easier to work on than I thought it was going to be. It was just very easy to just get the platforms in, get the background in, all of that stuff, and everybody did a really fun and good job on this map.
Yeah, all the way down to the extremely fitting music. I shouted him out earlier. I'll shout him out again. Remix, an absolute master at his craft. I mean, it came together fantastically. Speaking back to the development process, I was so hopeful, and I'm glad we see it in the new Wasteland maps, especially the 3v3 version. I was so hopeful when I saw the waterfalls being painted in the background, because I didn't know it was going to be this horizontally moving ship configuration. I was so hoping that we would have like extra slippery walls on whatever the stage became, and like have waterfall walls.
I was just glad that we had like collisions that could lend themselves to being an actual boat. I was not exactly expecting this to work out the way that it did, but it ended up looking great. I love the shape of this. Yeah,
I mean the cross beams. I'm not up to date on all my naval terms, chat, so I'm so sorry. But the beams, the crossbars that are holding the sails up, being soft platforms, just fits perfectly. They're just boats. They're just fun, awesome boats.
I'm on a boat.
Chat, you get it, right?
This is old internet, so I'm really showing my age here. So
I had that movie on my iPod Touch and watched it on repeat. Because my family would do off like trips down down Virginia to visit family. They were normally like 2-3 hour drives, so I was constantly watching that movie, Hellboy, the OG Hellboy, and a few others, and a lot of music videos. Because music videos, chat, if you don't know, you bought back in the day to put on your device.
Oh my god! Actually, having to download stuff for road trips and stuff instead of relying on your data.
I'll just buy the Wi-Fi on the plane. I'll be fine.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh man, maining random is a ton of fun. Matt, that is one of the ways to go. We were talking about Strikeout earlier, one of Manny's favorite modes. One of my favorite modes, too. I used to jump in as random in Strikeout all the time, Manny.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I remember requesting way back when. It was a lot harder than apparently that I asked. It's like, can I do one, like an anchor pick and then 2 randoms? And I don't think I think it's a lot more complicated than just, say it and do it. So unfortunately, that was one of those things where I went full random, but actually I ended up being probably better off for it because I learned the entire cast. I was just trying to rely on my Mordex knowledge back then.
I get that completely. It was like, all right, I'm messing around with these 2 legends, but if I'm losing, I got my guy at the end, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It is super cool, and I think I remember this is way back, even before I was on the team. Somebody telling me that random is selected as you load the lobby. I'm not sure if this is still true, but maybe like in a lobby where it's 3 legends, it's pre-selected 3 random numbers, so you can't select 1 legend because like you'd have to like, I don't know, parse down or pare down how. Chat, the stuff you don't see in Brawlhalla, all the letters, all the numbers, all the weird characters for coding that you don't see behind the scenes that make Brawlhalla are endlessly confusing. Endlessly.
Oh, it's beyond. Every time I hear Dan speak, I'm like, I can't follow. There's no way.
Yeah.
He sees the Matrix. I don't.
Not only does he see the Matrix, but he shapes the Matrix. I mean, we've talked about it already.
He's the architect.
Which is crazy because on his desk he's only got like what 2 screens. So like, how's he doing that without 1,000 screens like in that movie? Yeah. It is wild. We've talked about it before. How so much of the work for guilds was done by Dan. Obviously, there was a ton of support from the team, but for some projects, just one person bites down and really gets work done. And Dan is one of those people.
That was a great spike, by the way.
I saw you trying to chase down that ship. That's one of the things about this map is, the ships aren't always in a spot that can help you, but sometimes they will save you, which is what makes this map so much fun.
This is a great map. Oh my gosh. That is actually, I thought Priya would take it.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting once it got closed down to a 1v1, we'd see a little bit longer of a of a 1v1, but no, Nye finished it out quick. Now, maybe in experimental next week, Nye wouldn't be able to do that because they'd be disarmed more often, but we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Next Wednesday, February 18th, so much coming into the game. Super Animal Royale is a great title. I know some people that love that game beyond most, and I know some guys that know some guys. It's not an impossibility, but you never know what's going to happen in game development. Manny, and you know that extremely well. I mean, being on the team for 10 years.
Yeah, it can suddenly take a turn, is what I'll say. Yeah, and that's totally fine. It's one of the things about like this job that has been really fun is that like it really teaches you how to be flexible. And it can take a turn, but it's never like a bad turn. There's always a good reason behind most of the time that like we've done, any like sudden changes.
Yeah, I mean, even way back in the day when Dino was on stream, every single stream. Dino, chat, meaning Zeke. You might know by Zeke nowadays. Just saying, game dev is just a jungle. You never know what's going to happen. There's no promises. But I can promise you this, that I'm going to win the place when I deserve in this match, but I hope it's first place.
I believe it.
All right, looks like we're all voting on District here. Is it going to be a 1 versus 7 vote? Are we going to end up on Labyrinth? No, we're not. Somebody's level 100 Loki over here? Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful. Love to see it.
Oh, my gosh. That is the...
I don't have a... You know what's crazy? I've been here for 10 years. I don't have a level 100. I've been jumping around Strikeout for so long that I just like, yeah.
I'm right there with you. I think my Nash is like level 90 odd, but I've never buckled down to level up past that. Really, it's just I'm in the same thing. When I was playing Strikeout constantly on random back in the day, all my legend levels like equalized like 25 to 30.
Like 20, yeah, 25, 20, yeah.
But
that's kind of where my, yeah.
I mean, that's back when there was like 35 legends. So now we're closer to 70, which is just wild. This game has just continued to just drop legends, drop crossovers, drop skins, content, new game modes, new maps, new balance changes.
Koji was just released, yeah.
God, Koji, chat. For a lot of you, Koji just seems like an eternal guy. He's just always been there. But there was a Brawlhalla at some point that was Koji-less.
Yep.
That is wild to think about. Oh my gosh. God, now we're past the Darkheart monster himself, Rupture, and as I'm sure y'all already know, because we've mentioned it in small teases, we're already working on the next legend. Big surprise.
Always working. Yeah.
There's just constantly something going on. As soon as you see a project, that means we're already like a week at least deep into another project, or a month deep into another project. It is just.
It's a constantly moving target, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun to do like and seeing all of the stuff come together when it does. So
it is really cool. It's almost as complex as a watch because there's so many moving pieces. But I don't know how a watch works, so I won't say it's more complicated.
Wait, do you own a watch? I don't think I've owned a watch I wear on my wrist in many years.
I have a few that I wear occasionally, but there's no fancy, super expensive watches with gem movement or anything like that. It's like I've got an original Game Boy watch.
Yo, that's amazing.
It's
hold on, send me a link to that. I kind of want to see if I can get one. Get my hands on it.
I'll send you a link because it is pretty nifty. It lights up, so if it's dark outside, chat, I can read my watch.
That's amazing.
Sadly, it doesn't play games though. Maybe the next generation. And then a Timex watch, just a really simple analog watch, and a couple watches that I hardly ever put on because the batteries die, and I can't be bothered to get them fixed.
I understand.
Well, I'm sure that as an artist as well, having like a lot of stuff on your wrist is probably intrusive or bothersome when you're constantly on a
I
screen
think of
or on
it
paper.
like training weights, you know, like the whole like.
I can draw so much faster when I take off this heavy watch.
Yeah, that's how it works for me.
No, but if any watch company out there wants to sponsor Brawlhalla, we're listening. We're listening. We like to keep the time. You know, we've got a perfect legend to show off watches too. We got Thea. You know, she's
Oh, that's right. She has a sundial. Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, chat. Would you buy a Thea sundial watch? Yes or no? You have to be outside for it to work. But it's cool. Brawlhalla Rolex.
I mean, honestly, I would get one for sure.
Dude, just as like a conversation piece,
Cool
you know.
novelty. Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's neat. Well, I'll talk to the merge team later. Maybe we can.
Yeah. Sundial watches for all of us? No.
That sounds pretty sweet. I want mine made of granite.
Can I get the marble one? No. This is all getting very,
Oh, I'm getting
very luxurious.
flamed in chat by Toast. He's talking to chat like, did you all know that defensive is diamond caliber? Which was a meme from Tuesday. I am. And I'm happy to prove it again with the 1v1 Toast. Man, if you don't know, Toast and I 1v1 at the end of stream on Tuesday.
Love to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to win those. Honestly, that was a real feels good moment after he's going to lower third me. He's going to
Show you what's up, man. You gotta go in.
do I have to try
You
now?
have to.
All right, let's
Try.
Let's look at the competitive mode. Let's get a refresh of all the players in here. If you open up settings, go down to the player count, hit it to 2 by going right, confirm, hit it to 8 by going left again, we can get a fresh gaggle in here. If we play something competitive, I will bring my team to victory. And I will show Toast what diamond caliber really looks like.
Wait, so do we want to do like a crew battle, or what are we saying?
Ooh, I like that idea. If we do a crew battle though, let's do like 2 stocks and 6 people, just to keep it
Okay,
a little
2
tighter.
stocks. Got it. There we go.
And now I am menacing. I don't know if Toast intentionally killed the lights or if they're just they've had their time, but I look scary. Hold on,
look sick, man.
If I put on these, the headset gets in the way.
That's perfect. I can see it locking in. Yeah. That's the ascended diff.
Oh man, that's scary looking. Just a silhouette of horns and a hulking mass. Goodness gracious. All right, if I'm locking in, I gotta lock in my boy, Nash, the first real bear.
I should not be playing Koji, but I'm gonna do it for the sake of like, okay, this was the legend that launched when, you know, so.
A legend that marks your arrival. It makes total
Marks
sense.
my arrival. Yeah, he was my Valkyrie.
Wait, I like that concept. The legend that you join the team alongside is your Valkyrie, so to say, which would make Tez
That's
come
actually
on.
pretty fun. Yeah, we should do something with that, or something along the lines.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure it
Closest
out.
to launch.
We
Yeah.
bring it up in all hands next week and just chat with the team about it. You know. All right, good luck.
I
Good luck.
appreciate
Yellow
the
team on
Tesca
top.
pick.
All right, y'all. We got Manny against Summer over here. Summer with the Tesca. Manny on his Valkyrie legend, Koji. Racking up a lot of damage with this Darksaber. Manny showing that high dexterity might be a pick he goes for next week after the changes in Experimental. Summer's able to even up the damage a little bit. Hit one of those
Oh, that
belly
didn't
flops.
hit? Okay.
Oh, with the neutral sing on the bow. Incredible. Incredible. When is new drops coming? 9 Beb. There will be drops next weekend and the weekend after for whitelisted channels for the esports we got coming up, the Winter Championship. Manny is cold. He's doing work. He's doing work. Oh, the unarmed! That is a player that played in 2016, y'all. That's how you know.
That's old school tactics, yeah.
Exactly. everybody's struggling to grab a weapon and everything. Nah. Back in the day, we used to just unarmed fight.
I remember they were like, unarmed was so. That was actually way better.
Oh,
to a
so
point
good.
where some people would just throw away their weapons and then only play unarmed.
Yeah, way back before the first BCX, gadgets were in all the modes, right? Because it's just that made sense back in the day. Because the competitive scene really hadn't taken off yet. And a player from the EU, Zaloxer, used to damage themselves with a mine because unarmed had a 0 to KO combo way back then.
Oh, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is a wild west. The Dark Ages, some called it back then, where there was still balance, but it was more, it wasn't as fine-tuned as the balance is in this era.
It was the balance was a little bit more unbalanced, I see.
Yeah, we didn't quite have it honed in at the time.
It's okay. You know, we go through the growing pains and we continue to develop over time.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those things. One of the coolest things is that it has felt like as the game has grown, I kind of get a better understanding of how our game worked and how game development worked overall. Because this was my first job right out of school, honestly, my first real career job out of school, and
Jackpot.
learning so much. Yeah, no, honestly, yes, I got so lucky.
I mean, when you find something that you can stick with for 10 years, that is, I mean, it's hard to say anything not positive about it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, chat, I did join with Tesca, even though it does feel like ages ago. That begs the question, chat. I saw a lot of people standing up to the timeline at BCX. What's your Valkyrie legend? When did you join? What was your first foray into Brawl? Who was right next to random, chat, when you started playing? There's going to be like 18 people that say Bodvar. I'm not going to believe them, Manny.
If you were here before me, you're legit, yeah.
Wu Shang, Vivi, Dusk. Oh, what a timeline. 4 years. See, Kale, that's the interesting thing. You're not catching up to Manny because Manny's also gaining 1 year every year you're gaining. You know, the gap will always be there, but the significance of that gap will change. Am I getting a turn to play? Hold on, Yellow Team's doing fantastic. Goodness, Manny, you took what, 2, 3 stocks?
I can't remember. I was just kind of vibing. It was something like that.
Hey, when you're in flow state, man.
You have the flow, yeah.
All right, Rupture's looking for something cheeky here. Gets knocked out with that down signature. It's my turn. I'm going to lock in. Diamond Caliber, by the way.
You got it. I made the splash shot for this guy, too. For the Valentine's Day Nash. That was a lot of fun to do, too.
Looks pretty sweet. The hammer pose.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Diamond Caliber. Uh-oh. That side sig would have hit if I was on my PC, just saying.
It was a Diamond Caliber Sig. I agree.
Yeah, it was a soul read. If they had gone that way, they were so screwed.
Beautiful.
Chat, could a 10 player have knocked out that Orion? Probably. No, I'm kidding, Orion. I'm kidding. You played great.
I love the brag that is an inverted flame on the
Yeah, I realized as soon as I said, I was like, wait, that Orion's in chat. I can't just blindly flip so. All right, Manny, back to you.
All right, we're getting back in there.
Back to the vibe. Yo, sorry, Seven, you got a cool new trio of maps coming into the game, but you've got to get knocked out here. Yellow team needs to win.
Oh, I missed that? Craziness. Ooh,
wait,
scary.
Wait, Sap, was that you? Are you on the Orion?
So mean.
Oh, man. We need an Elysium map. You never know. We could have one cooking. We could just take that idea from chat right now and be like, actually, Canadian Brawl is right. Let's draw that right now.
Sky's the limit.
The thing I'm most excited for, apart from everything dropping in Wednesday's patch next week, is the Diamond Caliber title popping up as an esports reward or a login reward at some point. I mean, it's just gotta happen. Like, can we know a guy?
That was me. Sorry.
We've got
you're in control. You're in control.
We've got a very strong maneuver here, Manny. We can do We can do this real quick.
Gotcha.
All right, you ready for a number?
Got it. Yeah, hit me. Wait. Let me see. Join? Okay. Yeah, hit me.
320032. That's a fantastic number. That is a lobby number right there.
Beautiful.
And since I'm steering now, we got 5 minutes left, I'm going to hop us into one of my favorite modes.
Sounds great.
Brawl down with extra damage, extra gadget spawn rate.
I got to pick my luchador then.
And 2 stocks. The luchador is a solid pick. Who would mirror the luchador well? You know what? I'm going with one of our box characters here, one of our mascots, as a lot of people will say. He's hiding under his crossovers over here. And he's got a very appropriate skin, too.
Perfect, yeah. Yep.
Chat, we'll quickly, after this match, go over everything that was announced on today's stream. There will be a blog post out covering everything as well, and some videos and assets across social media where you can check it out. All right, good luck, good luck. This is going to be insanely hectic. It is 2 stocks, 300 damage, extra weapons, extra gadgets, in a mode that is already so unforgiving. Chat, this is so many tables. If you get hit into any of those, you are skybound.
Oh.
You still sitting on your first stock, Manny?
So far... Wait, did you put it on 2 stocks? Okay,
It is 2.
No. Yeah.
Oh, there goes my first.
Lost my first, yeah.
This is intense. All right, spawn back in, get a weapon. Side air Mikasa into a table, whiffed. Side air Aaron into a table, whiffed. Side air Lady Vera into a table, what a miss. I just missed so many moves in a row and got instantly knocked out. Oh, man. All right, Manny with the throw off the wall tech. Super crucial in the low population brawl down modes. Down air almost into the recovery, but Chess was able to, Clem was able to get away. Oh, Clem with the scythe combos. I believe, Manny. Oh, the dare was almost enough. There goes a chair to midair.
Oh, good job.
That's 300% damage for you. Goodness
that is
gracious.
Craziness.
Oh,
Shenanigans,
man.
brother. Shenanigans. Beautiful.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how cool to see one of the newest legends in Brawlhalla take a dub there. And I was like, wait, Lady Vera is not even the newest anymore. It's Rupture is the newest.
It's Rupture.
Which, the pace at which Legends drops is crazy. It is so crazy. All right, we got one more. Manny, what mode would you like to hop into to finish off the stream?
I'll let you decide, honestly. I was having a lot of fun with whatever you pick.
Cool. All right. We'll jump into Dodge Bomb then, because I like the modes that are hectic, and we're doing this sudden death style, sudden KO style. We're doing 1 stock, 300% damage. Essentially, if you get hit once, you're gone. So good luck, have fun.
Yeah, spec into speed, I suppose.
Yeah, I often look at Lucian for this mode because he's got that high dex, high speed. If you do, put somebody into an unarmed combo, you can get away with a little bit more while also tanking a little bit, which might not matter with 300 damage.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can tank a, Simtex going off in your face.
No, and these particular bouncy bombs are actually, if I remember correctly, packing a little bit extra force. And I got one tap.
That's it.
Oh man!
You know what's funny? We've actually touched almost all the maps that I've worked on at some point in this little session that we had.
Really? I mean, Big Labyrinth is like 6 years old now, isn't it?
I touched that one. I didn't make the background for it, but that dodge bomb, I was there when we were making those platforms that we were standing on, and the bombs themselves. Yeah.
Oh man, it is such a cool, unique look.
Just to show how old I am to everybody.
Chat's in here like, we don't care how old you are, 6'7", LOL. Dude, the Diamond Caliber title needs to join the game, Alcyon. It is important. All right, Manny, we're going to quickly go over what's dropping in next week's patch, starting off with mentioning the epic Cassidy skin, Vampire Huntress Cassidy, with a bundle as well, coming into the Brawlhalla next week. We talked about it at the top of the stream, Manny. This skin is fantastic.
I'm glad you guys think so, and I'm glad that there's been such a positive response to it. There's a lot of work that went into it, and a lot of people poured their heart and soul into making it really sing, from audio to visuals to the splash, everything. There was a lot of people who worked on it, so I'm happy that it's gotten such a nice reception.
Yeah, and I can't wait to beat people with that skin next week, because I don't lose when I jump into the queue against y'all in chat. I never, not once.
There is one thing I will say: high dex. So get ready for that queue.
Oh, that's the perfect spot to flex that skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that leads us into talking about the new dexterity update in test features next week. It'll have an experimental 1v1 queue for you to test out these dex changes. It'll also be available in custom lobbies if you enable test features. This dex change makes it so high dex legends have more weapon durability than low dex legends, meaning when you have a weapon equipped, as you accrue damage on a low dex character, you'll be disarmed much more quickly than you would be compared to a high dex legend. So this makes a lot of changes that you wouldn't expect, right? It changes macro play, it changes micro play, it changes dynamics between 1v1s and 2v2s. It is a massive change that we've been talking about for a while. Please give us your feedback on brawlhalla.com/feedback after giving it a try starting next Wednesday. We've also updated the snap backdash test feature to make sure that it works exactly as intended, and after making some changes based on y'all's feedback, there was like an optimal 8-frame or 9-frame thing that was unintended that we did not like. We also have 3 new maps, the Wasteland maps. There's one for Showdown 3v3 and 1v1, and the 3v3 version, Manny, is so cool. It's cool.
Everybody Christina did a great job. Again, crediting all the people that work on the background. It looked amazing. The fact that we were able to get FX into or like actual hazards into the platform is so sick.
Yeah,
so.
Shout out to John, all the map team, all the artists. So very cool. Shout out Mike for the steam on the giant crab tank in the background. I'm pretty sure that it's all like asynchronous steam spouting from different valves and pipes. It looks so cool. Again, 3 maps. It'll be featured in a dynamic queue, and it is just wicked cool looking. We also have a UI refresh, a little update to the UI dropping next week that adds just a better piece of flavor to a couple things. That is, pardon me, the art header, the footer, the tile carousel, the esports button, which is so buttony now, and the pop-up screen for esports, the tile pop-up screen, have all evolved and look fantastic. So excited for that. Esports has just been needing that button for a while. It just pops more. And we also are saying goodbye to G.I. Joe in the Brawlhalla next week. The last chance to purchase any skins from the G.I. Joe crossover event is Tuesday next week. Items will not be removed from your inventory if you've bought them in the past. They are just no longer going to be available in the Brawlhalla. So much cool stuff next week, Manny. So much cool stuff.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and looking forward to having you on stream again sometime soon to play some more games. Maybe in rank 2s.
Invite me anytime.
Right on.
Oh, we should just play whenever. Hit me up. I'm so down.
I need my elo to go up because I've just been tanking elo with Slosh on stream recently. Chat, thank you so much for joining us. All the information we shared on today's stream will be available online in a blog post and across social media. We will see you next Tuesday for another dev stream. I hope you have a great time in the queue this weekend. Manny, again, thanks for joining. Adios,
Thank you
y'all.
for having me. Take it easy, guys.